raindrops are falling on my head, bum, bum, bum. But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. Bum 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 bum. Happiness steps up to greet me. We're 30 miles outside of Salt Lake City. We're 10 miles past Brigham Young University. Here with the distinguished Dr. Rabbi Mark Gaffney. We're teaching Torah and eating up the miles. Right now we're teaching the value of silence.
I'll tell you a Torah about silence.
Okay, tell me the Torah about silence.
So there's two kinds of silence. There's silence of presence and silence of absence. Those are words that occurred to me a few years ago when I was silently thinking about silence. So let's say you're on a date and it just doesn't go well. Your brothers, uncles, cousins, gardeners, brother-in-laws, nephews, friend set you up on the date, and it's just not good. I mean, you realize in the first 2 minutes, this is just not good. 3 hours go by, you've talked about everything in the world, about her friends and your family and what your father does, and there's like 15 minutes left to the date, and there's nothing left to talk about. I mean, nothing. If each of you had an eject button, you would absolutely press it, and a silence settles in the car, and it's so uncomfortable, and you're just dying to get out of there. That's silence of absence, right? It's an uncomfortable silence. It's silence when there's no longer words to cover up the emptiness. There's a second kind of silence, which is the silence that the mystics talked about, which I like to call silence of presence. Silence of presence means something else entirely. Imagine you're on the same date, and you meet, and everything just kind of flows, and just every word flows into the next word. You're having this fabulous time, and 7 hours have gone by, and it feels like just 5 minutes have gone by. You're in the car in the last 15 minutes, and you both just fall very quiet. And it's this beautiful silence. It's not silence of absence, it's silence of presence. It's because in those 15 minutes, you feel like you just don't need words. Just the very experience of just sitting together in the car, of the presence of each other, is so beautiful that it's actually beyond the limitation of words. So there's silence of absence and silence of presence. And the difference between them is, of course, enormous. And living our life is to begin to transform the qualities of our silence. That's a Torah on silence.
Simon and Garfunkel couldn't have put it better. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
How's it go?
About a vision softly sweeping. And the words of the oh shit! I had the thing out the whole time. These will have audio. Now we have video. Now the sounds of the prophets are written on the subway walls.
And the words
of the prophets are written on the subway walls. Tell me more.
What do you think?
Of the sound
I don't think you and I are going to take over.
Silence. Boom, boom, boom,
I don't think we're going to take over this.
And in the darkness, people bowed and prayed.
How's it go?
To the neon god is name.
How's it go? And in the and the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and echoes in the sound of silence. Alright.
In the darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk to you again.
It's a great song, huh? It's a great song.
רציתי בלחלון,
I'm not not quite sure that our record's going to sell any copies, but, you know, we like singing, so it's good.
Maybe we should do a Christmas album next.
There we go, Luke and the Rabbi, Christmas album coming down.
Silent night.
Silent night.
Holy night.
Yeah, it's also a beautiful song.
Oh,
I don't know the rest of the words.
All is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child. Die, 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 die. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
It's one of the most beautiful songs in the world.
Until I sang it.
You know, you and me, Levy, we just sing because we like to sing. There's a great song by, you know, Harry Chapin?
No.
Harry Chapin, you remember Cats in the Cradle?
Yes.
That's Harry Chapin's song.
Oh.
So he has a lot of other songs that are less known but are completely beautiful. One of them is about a man named Mr. Tanner. Mr. Tanner owns a dry clean store and he loves to sing. And at some point, you know, people try and get him to go professional. The critics pan him. So he goes back to his dry clean store and he sings in his baritone voice because he loves to sing. We like Mr. Tanner. Oh, fuck, that was not a good idea. Love It's dangerous, man. I literally couldn't see.
Woman,
Just gotta be careful, sweetie.
5 steps behind.
You're absolutely right that this needs cleaning. I just have to be a little careful how I did it just so we don't lose vision. You were right to do it. I just needed a little more warning. Now where are we?
Mark sees spiritually, he doesn't need to see literally out of the windshield. And we're coming into Salt Lake City. We're coming in low and hard.
Coming in low and hard.
Speed limit is 65 and we're going 80.
That's a good point. Man, good I met Levy to stay inside the law.
Trying to keep you on the straight and narrow, it's a full-time task, boss.
You know what they say? They say you live outside the law, you gotta be honest. Was that Bob Dylan?